Dear Goenkans, this is in reference to the 7th chapter Understanding Fractions given on page number 95 of your math side book. The objective of this topic is to make you learn how to compare unlike fractions. We all know that fractions having different denominators are called as unlike fractions. And to compare unlike fractions, we have two methods. Comparison by converting into like fractions and comparison by cross multiplication. Now we have already studied comparison by converting into like fractions in our last video lecture. Now in this video lecture, we're going to study the second method, that is comparison by cross multiplication. In cross multiplication, let's say that we have two fractions a by b and c by d, and both are unlike fractions, and b and d, that is the denominators, are not equal to 0. In order to compare them, we'll cross multiply them. That is, the numerator of the first fraction will be multiplied to the denominator of the second fraction, that is a into d or ad, and the denominator of the first fraction will be multiplied to the numerator of the second fraction, that is b into c, that is bc. Now the two products bc and ad, we will compare them. If the product AD is greater than the product BC, then in that case, A by B is greater than C by D. That is, fraction A by B will be greater than fraction C by D. The second case is if the product AD will be less than the product of BC, then the fraction A by B will be less than the fraction C by D. That is, A by B is less than C by D. The third case is if product AD is equal to product BC, then in that case, the fractions will be equal. That is, A by B will be equal to C by D. Now let us understand this method with the help of an example. For example, compare 2 by 3 and 4 by 7. 2 by 3 and 4 by 7 are unlike fractions, and we'll compare them by cross multiplication. That is, we'll multiply 2 and 7, 2, 7 are 14, or A into D. Then we'll multiply 3 and 4, 3, 4 are 12, or B into C. Now we'll compare the two products. Clearly, the product AD is greater than the product of BC. That is, 14 is greater than 12. This is the first case. In the first case, if the product AD is greater than BC, then the fraction A by B will be greater than C by D. That is, fraction A by B will be greater than the fraction B by C. That is, 2 by 3 will be greater than 4 by 7. So this is how we compare unlike fractions by cross multiplication method. Practice some of the questions yourself. Thank you.